scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Come 19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And out loud, and he's got the connection to Walker. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop the right line of scrimmage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
On 3rd down, Russell. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Off play action. Hood. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Vikings will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as he's across midfield to the 48.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Vikings.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
On the move past the 40.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is at a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on 4th down, on comes the Viking kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Seven Pirates.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hood. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hood. And that'll be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what?
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Russell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Russell.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! T. Higgins. As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, it's Harrison. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing middle. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And got his man complete.
Now inside the 25, DK Metcalf.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 95 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
When you said jumbled, they were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Now a handoff looking right. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And quickly, they get to the line.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up.
Walker hitting the ball is out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that in.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down now, it's Russell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 33. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second down, it's Russell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. The Lance going to throw. A short throw to Musgrave.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
And Lance now to throw.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 4 there that gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
But he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
On play action, Lance.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time here. Lance.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Gain of 22 yards. And the Vikings first down.
To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they try the right side here.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Seahawks 45, Vikings 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Just 2 minutes from
3rd and 2.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
133 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they are going to score again. touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go.
One final try now for Lance. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, this loss cost them in the playoff chase.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it. Run it. Run it. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted. Want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can hold me, I can. Get the right man. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back, and run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I I ain't with the boulder dash. Run it back, face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act, and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I ain't stressed about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Solo might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes.